Last night I dreamed my younger brother Dave and I were guest stars on the cooking show Essential Pépin, hosted by Jacques Pépin. And yeah, instead of Jacques' daughter and his granddaughter being the guests on the show today, it was my brother and I. So, we're in the TV studio. We're standing beside the kitchen countertop where he's about to prepare today's meal. And he looks at me and he says, today I'm going to prepare a very special French toast. My mother used to make it for me when I was growing up. And I said, oh wow, that's great. I can't wait to try it. He reaches beneath the countertop and he pulls out a dish pan and he lays 4 stale pieces of wheat bread into it. Then he removes a 2-liter of Pepsi from the refrigerator behind him and takes the cap off. It's most important that you use Pepsi. No other cola will do it. Don't bother with a Coke or Dr. Pepper. It must be Pepsi. And he pours the entire 2-liter of Pepsi over these 4 stale pieces of wheat bread. And then he says, now next thing you must let it marinate for an hour, and he covers the dish pan with aluminum foil. And we wait around for a while. The catering crew has a tray of snacks. And, my brother and I have some cheese and crackers and other things from that table. Okay, an hour later, Jacques removes the aluminum foil from the top of the dish pan, and I'm thinking, oh my God, these little slices of wheat bread, they're going to be mush. I mean, the acidity of Pepsi, how are you even going to remove them from this, supposed marinade, this Pepsi Cola? And Jacques pulls out the metallic spatula that's known as a fish turner, and of course, having perfect technique, Jacques removes all 4 mushy pieces of wheat bread from this Pepsi, and he lowers them down onto a cooking tray, and then he says, now you must pour oregano all over them. That's the only other ingredient to his special brand of French toast. Just marinate for an hour in Pepsi, remove, place on a cooking tray, cover with oregano. He says, now put in the oven at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. And he did. And all the while, my brother and I are just looking at, we want to be polite, but we're obviously in agreement here. We're just thinking, oh my God, this is going to be disgusting. I don't even want to try this. I mean, it's Jacques. I mean, eating anything prepared by him is a dream come true, but ugh, of all the things, it's got to be this Pepsi French toast. But he removed the French toast from the oven 10 minutes later, and he gave my brother and I a slice, put them down on little plates, and we cut in. Each had a bite, and it was delicious. It was wonderful. It really exceeded my expectations. Tasted wonderful. I complimented Jacques, and the episode concluded, shook hands with him. I think I asked him to sign a cookbook, even though I don't have Jacques Pépin's cookbook. Sorry, Jacques. I intend to get it someday soon here. And then my brother and I decided to tour other areas of this TV studio, and we walked down this hallway, and we saw that some nature documentary was being filmed. It was either that or it was a segment of a local news report. I don't know, but there was a penguin wearing a backpack, and this was apparently some person's helper penguin carried things around for this individual. This individual had some sort of disability, and it needed a helper penguin. I don't know if it was a guide penguin, but it was just, I don't know, it was this person's assistant. And the reporter, or TV host, I don't know, or maybe he was a zoologist, was holding a microphone and kneeling before the little penguin with the backpack. and this reporter had informed the penguin, not through any kind of sign language, just in plain English, had informed this penguin that his owner had died. I don't remember the name of the penguin, but I'm certain it was a he for some reason. I'm not that familiar with the genitals of penguins or the colors and patterns and sizes of males versus females, but for some reason I'm certain this was a male penguin with a backpack. And yeah, it was very sad. This reporter told this little penguin that its owner had died. He was hit by a car. Yeah, he was run over by a vehicle. And somehow the penguin understood this and reacted very much the way a bereaved person would, and kind of just hung its head and it just somehow managed to express sadness, this very gaunt posture, and shook his head and turned around and just wanted to be alone and stood in a corner. It reminded me of when researchers that had worked with Coco, the gorilla, the gorilla that understood human sign language. It reminded me of when those researchers informed Coco the gorilla that the little cat that didn't have a tail that Coco had grown attached to had been run over by a vehicle, and Coco expressed through sign language grief, sadness, and just really looked despondent over this. And yeah, that's what I thought of right away. And my brother and I looked at each other and thought, oh man, that's really rough. How sad. Then I thought about asking if I could adopt the little penguin, even though I don't really know anything about caring for them. It was just so cute with that backpack on it. Maybe I did ask. I don't know. At some point I woke up. That's all I remember.